The delusion is real. Most modern women nowadays want premium men while offering discount value.
Yeah, you can definitely blame that on social media and dating apps.
And look, I'm all about being delusional when it comes to rewiring your brain and believing in yourself, but we can't be delusional about the reality of what we actually bring to the table. And
When
before
you
you
ask a
even roll
woman
your
what she
eyes,
brings to the
hear me
table,
out,
she'll just
bro.
tell you
Hear
she
me
is the
out.
table.
I keep seeing women with list of requirements, certain income, height, looks, lifestyle, but when I look at what they're bringing to the table, there's a huge disconnect. And listen, we need to have an honest conversation about this, and unfortunately, I'm going to say what everyone is thinking, but no one wants to admit. We've been programmed by social media to think we deserve the top 1% of men, regardless of what we offer in return.
Dating non-negotiables because we are not going into 2026
with the bare minimum Joe.
we're just not. They're most certainly not settling. For one, absolutely
Fellas, let's listen to the requirements.
no more putting up with mixed signals. If I have to like decode a text to figure out if you actually want to hang out this week, or if I'm confused if you want to hang out with me, absolutely done. I'm assuming you don't, but bye, Jim. Two, respect my boundaries, okay? My space, my routine.
How much you want to bet this girl is
What I
single?
do, that is mine. Respect it. And if you don't, find a new girl, because it ain't me. I'm not changing for nobody. Like me as I am, or don't like me at all. You're insecure that Becca's attractive and she might get hit on at the bar. That's your insecurity, okay? Not her burden. Some people may disagree with this one, but number three, consistency over chemistry. Hear me out. Chemistry is cute, chemistry is fun, okay? But the top priority is consistency. Because if you don't have consistency, there will be no commitment and you're just wasting each other's time. Number four, effort over excuses. And I know you're gonna be like, of course, like obviously, Sarah Lauren. No. I am saying if I don't feel that effort, if I don't feel pursued,
Sounds like
then
she's
that's
just looking
something
for a
that
fight
you
or
that's it.
argument
That's
all the
bye-bye
time.
Jimmy. That's bye-bye Jimmy. Last but not least, we all just seem to forget the importance of emotional maturity. Okay, I am not dating a boy. I am not dating a child. I am dating a man. And that man will need to know how to communicate, how to express his feelings, how to talk it out. If you can't take accountability, if you can't even apologize for your own
Self-projection
actions,
at
that
its
is never
finest.
going to work. I am gonna spin my head backwards, getting so annoyed with your behavior, and that's bye-bye for now. So addicted to the Shirley Temple Bloom Pop. I drink like one a day.
Look, ladies, if you really have high standards, you will never have to tell a man. He will already intuitively know. Men can pick up on the fact whether or not women are within their standards fairly quickly. Take it from me, there's zero reason for you to shout your boundaries to the world. A woman with high standards carries herself with such a poise, and she has this energy that just speaks for itself. It's why I said men will just...
I've noticed anything that says like high energy, boss babe, high value, you're dealing with a big headache.
Or break this or whatever the heck it is usually the first to break her own boundaries. We all know that girl. A high value woman and a woman with high standards will not have to tell a man what he did wrong. She will simply leave. The need to chase a man when he pulls away absolutely repulses her. It's not a green light for her to try and prove her self-worth. So if you ever feel like you have to ask a man for princess treatment, you're not acting like a princess. So be about your business. If he doesn't approach you, it's because he knows that you aren't within his reach. And that's fine because another man will step up to the plate. Just keep doing you.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women, relatively.
I think what she doesn't realize is there are so many disrespectful women.
You at least felt like a human being around them. You know, you at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been like trying to date guys who are not, you know, my typical type. But yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact, actually, it's worse. What the fuck is a girl to do? Give up? I always have dated guys who were like 10, 15 years older than me, because I've been dating guys around my age lately, and that shit, girl, no.
Things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that?
So your last 2 boyfriends fit all the criteria. Why aren't you with any one of them?
I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who
Here goes the delusion setting in, fellas.
works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Okay. Honey, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Can I
She
say
could
with all
say
the-
that
The
again.
fact that you delineated this with such, an ego, like you think you're God's gift, you're not worth any of those things. If he is 6'2" and up, built, has multiple watches of the kind that you delineate are appropriate, makes over 150K with no salary cap, and flies his girlfriend first class everywhere, even if he does all that, he shouldn't be doing it for you because you're not worth it. Right? The girl who's worth it is the one who doesn't demand all this and gets it just because she's polite and amazing to be around and loyal and loves her man for who he is, not for the stuff. So again, and listen, oh God, I hate to be this person. Attractive girl, yes, but man, she thinks she's a 10 plus and I don't know. Listen, girls, you have an inflated sense of self that's beyond. So these are the types of girls. Honey, what are you doing for him? I want a list. In fact, I would like
Yeah,
to-
that is the
7
important
of them, by the
question.
way. Just so you know, guys, I get messages from these women. Oh my God, that's me in the video. You're so mean. You're like a mean, old woman. I eat it up like a Christmas cookie that's just cooked just right. It's not too soft. It's not too burnt. I eat it up because you know what? It's getting under their skin because I'm telling them the truth. So, honey, love muffin out there, if you see the video, I would like to see your list of what you bring to the table that doesn't involve what you look like. Crickets chirp a little bit more. Really, I want a long list. This is crazy, okay? And now, listen, it would be one thing if she internally really, said, well, I want a guy. The height thing always is just fascinating to me. Like, I can't. I don't know what that's about. But if you wanted a guy who was fit, and you wanted a guy who made good money because you wanted to be say you wanted to not work, right? And you wanted to be hey, I want to stay home with the kids, so he's got to carry the load. And let's say you really did, when you traveled, you wanted to travel really well and you wanted to take a really great vacation. And, the watches is ridiculous. Honestly, how unbelievably materialistic and lame. But whatever. Let's say you wanted these things and you internally felt like that. You would also, if you were a good woman, you'd be like, you know what? I have to be pulling my weight, and I'm going to provide
We all know damn well that ain't gonna happen. It's just gonna be all about her.
these things that a guy really wants. I'm going to make myself really attractive to those, high value guys that have the money and all this. And what's that going to look like? Well, it's going to look like me being respectful and me being loyal and me being submissive. And, the man of the house is the man of the house. And I'm not going to be a headache for him. And I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay home with the kids. I want to, cook the meals, and I want to be present, and I want to be mom. And, it's a different energy that then guys want to do. Guys are so inclined to want to do really nice things for good women.
And that's
They
where
wanna do
most
nice things
men
for you. They
get
wanna
taken
do-
advantage
they wanna
of.
treat their girlfriends well. They want to buy a nice, birthday treat or a birthday surprise, but not for women like this. Guys, listen, if they're delineating all this stuff, they don't care about you. They want a showpiece, or they want it's all about money, and she's a lover of luxury. She doesn't care about you at all. You want a woman who cares about you so much that the stuff is extra and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. A beautiful luxury vacation is nice. Don't get me wrong. Flying first class is nice. And all this stuff is nice. Even the watches, which I could give a lick about. But yeah, sure, it's nice stuff. Okay, whatever the stuff is that you like. I like, infrared saunas that are expensive. So it's nice.
But you need to know that that woman's going to be by your side through thick and thin, not there for the stuff. How unbelievably unlikable these women are, right?
For the first time in history, women are not marrying for social status or financial stability anymore. They're marrying for personality and character. And now look at us. We're all single. Because the moment women stopped saying, well, he provides, and started saying, but can he hold a conversation? Society crumbled. Back in the day, a man just needed a job, a pulse, and a decent pair of shoes. Boom, that's a husband. Now, women are looking for emotional intelligence, accountability.
And the list goes on and on.
To load a dishwasher without complaining or acting like it's advanced robotics. Women used to marry for survival. Now, evaluating core values and conflict resolution styles. They're marrying for genuine compatibility, which is beautiful, inspiring, and apparently a guaranteed way to be single until 2034. The moment a guy realizes women aren't impressed by job titles anymore, he panics, because what else does he have to offer? Sir, she doesn't care that you're a regional something. She wants to know why your last 4 breakups look exactly the same and why your bed sheets are blue and don't match your pillowcases. So here we all are, women with standards, men with confusion, and one giant dating pool where everyone's doing their best but still sinking. With the change to I want a partner and not a provider, men looked around and said, we weren't prepared for that at all. But here's the truth. It's better to be single because your standards got better than partner.
What's that saying in the Bible? Proverbs 21:19. Better live in a desert than with a contentious and ill-tempered wife.
At a 5th grade level, it'll actually have to be something deeper. And honestly, that's the part worth waiting for.
Always and never forget, stay strong out, dear brothers.